What's up, Shashank? How are you? What's going on?
Recording with you, so you know the answer.
Yeah, I know you're having the time of your life because you're recording
Yeah,
with me. Yeah, like,
yeah.
oh shit,
Hmm.
Rakshit, you've been like, when do we record next? You've been like behind me, and I've been like, yeah, we'll do it soon. And finally, we are here today. We're recording.
Hmm.
Right? Yeah,
Call it whatever you want. As is still as.
yeah. What's the topic for today, da? Why do you call me? Why are we recording today? What are we recording today?
So, in the greater good for the humanity. So, because
Mm.
like everyone is talking about AI,
Mm-hmm.
so I thought, why not? Let's also jump into it
Whoa,
because
okay.
that is clickbaity, right? So, I want to do more clickbaity content, unlike you.
Yeah, I see you doing a lot of LinkedIn stuff also, like very clickbaity those are. Yeah.
Yeah, very clickbaity. I'm a good writer, but the fact that I just don't want to write,
Uh,
that's the only thing.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Uh,
what about AI do you want to talk today?
Okay, so there is this company in China, obviously. So it's called NetDragon, and they appointed a virtual AI CEO. So I mean,
Oh
not
wow.
virtual; it's a
Yeah.
humanoid robot. It's an AI-powered virtual humanoid robot, and
Uh-huh.
it's called Tang Yu. They've named it Tang Yu, like a Chinese villain,
Wow.
and it's replaced an original human CEO, and it's doing its job. So we are
It,
going to talk
it
about.
is doing this job. Like, what's happening? Like how did this even happen?
So how it happened, we have to ask the Chinese. But the fact that it happened, that is our business now. So we are going to talk about, will this have a positive or negative effect?
Hmm. Hmm.
So how will it affect that company, and how will it affect other startups? How will it affect other human CEOs who are professional CEOs who know none other than being a CEO? So stuff
What
like that.
what are the things that the AI will do? Like it'll help take decisions because that's what
Yes.
CEO does, right? Like take strategic,
Yes.
effective decisions by looking
Mm.
at patterns. So if you
Yes.
consider that, I think it should be in a position to do a decent job. I don't know
Mm.
how advanced the AI is, but if you think about it, what an AI does is it looks at patterns. It has a certain set of data, and based on that, it takes the most optimal uh, path to
Mm.
success or to whatever decision that you want to take, right?
Mm. Mm.
So that way, I think it could be good, but I don't know how much. So again, the question will be about like ethics versus uh, optimization, right? Like
Mm.
finding the best route versus finding the right route. So
Mm.
that is where my conflict lies as well. What are
Mm.
your thoughts?
See, first of all, a lot of people agree with what you say because their stock price went up by 30% once this announcement came out.
Mm,
So that is one thing. So humans
mm,
are assholes who agree with
mm,
you. So
mm.
you know what I'm trying to mean.
Yeah.
Okay. See, but the thing is, the AI helps in a lot of areas. Like the AI and robot decision making helps in a lot of areas. Even they claim that it is the reason why they're doing this is to give a fair workplace for all their employees. Because see, nothing will be sentimental. No decision will be based on gender, race, nothing. So every decision will be based purely on data. Let's
Mm,
say, for example, the robot doesn't care if it's Rakshit or Shashank. All it cares is how much output you give, how much output I give. So
mm.
every decision it makes, it'll only be driven by data. At some point, this is good, right? At some
Yeah.
areas, these are good,
Yeah.
but in some areas, those are bad,
Exactly. Like,
right?
consider the economic condition right now.
Mm,
An AI, if because it's unempathetic and everything,
mm,
if the best route is to like lay off the whole division and like out of
mm,
2,000 employees, like lay
mm,
off 1,500 employees and
mm,
still keep it running, it would do that.
mm,
That is the best way, right? But then as as a person, as a human being, like if there's
mm,
a CEO, he would be more empathetic towards that
mm,
and would take a much more cautious decision, might try to find the next best alternative and then go for it, right?
mm,
I don't know how much it can replace. I don't know how it is going to replace. I
mm,
think it would have been a better add on, it would have been a better
mm,
support, but
mm.
not so sure about replacing that.
See, obviously, as you mentioned, it can be a better support, right? See, say for example, there is like 300, 400 pages of data. Obviously, it will take, forever for a human being to go through all these data and to make a confined decision.
Mhm.
But if you give that data to a computer or a machine learning algorithm, it will probably take 2 or 3 minutes to give you an output of saying that this is what this data says and this is
Yeah.
the positive and this is the negative,
Mhm.
right? So human can take a decision based on that, but leaving that decision making process to the AI also is not good, if you ask me, right? See, there is a difference between following a rule and playing by the rule.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm giving you the exact words, but say for example, there's a rule saying that you can't hang people, but you will hang war criminals. There are laws that hang war criminals. So
Yeah.
there's a difference between having a rule and the spirit of the game. So this is mostly used in sports, right? So even though there's a rules for certain things, but the referees don't use that rule because it is for the spirit of the game. So AI doesn't know the difference between what is right and what is ethically right. Right. See, even though they follow all this Asimov guidelines and everything, but at some point of time, the AI is going to be like, okay, this dude doesn't work. See, it can't quantify the amount of positive reaction or the positive feeling that a particular person has on his team. Like say for example, if I constantly feel irritated around a person like you, right? Like there are 7 people and they're constantly irritated by you, but your productivity is very high. The AI will think you are the only one who's doing this job and the other 7 people are not working.
Yeah.
But technically, what happened was that your morale or the way you behave or the particular person that behaved is negatively impacting the other 7 people. AI, I don't know if AI can see this or not, but a real human can see this. They know because they are better people managers. AI can't be people managers. See, data-driven decision, yeah, of course, AI can make those very good. But emotional driven decisions, it can't work, right? See, and humans can find creative workarounds around a lot of these things, but I don't know if an AI can do that, right?
Why not? Why do you think it can't
See,
do that?
as of now they are not doing anything. So that's what I'm saying. See, this is exactly the Suits episode, right? Even though there are good lawyers, there is always Micros who always finds a way out.
Yeah.
So people like that. So an AI can't always act like that because AI has certain set of guidelines. It can't act on a certain way. If you give it a rule saying that okay, this shouldn't be done, it won't do that. But there's always a workaround for that, right? It's about like there's a difference between manipulating rigging stock and like artificially inflating stock.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So what do you think? Can like say for example, how can AI improve in a decision making process when it's data driven and when it's not data driven? So what do you think is the difference?
So I think, like, again, like there have been all these AI tools that we've heard about, and not just AI tools and robots and everything, where they have like learned a set of things from like from the people that have taught them, like whatever data they've been fed and everything. And after that, they have unlearned and they have relearned and they have been constantly updating by themselves, right? And they have been finding a way around that way as well. So I feel, although there are blockages, AI will come to a place where they will also be able to find a way around. Again, it could be the most optimum way, it could be the most cruel way, it could be the most, you cannot really identify like what the how what the impact the way would have, because to an AI, if you say that you need the best route out of this, it will just give you the best thing, best way out of it, right? So I don't think that like it will not be able to come up with creative decisions or like workarounds and everything. I think it will be able to do that, but the ethics and everything is what I am concerned about. I don't know about that, but I want to ask you, like, I mean, since we spoke a lot about these negatives, what are some of the positives that you see? Like, I mean, how will this actually help this thing? Was that companies, brands, and even like say small companies or whatever? Like, what do you see happening?
See, data analysis is one place where these AI tools can be really helpful, right? Like say for example, I get data, I get my hands in, like get the data of few other competitors in my area. So an AI can easily analyze what they are doing, how they are doing, and what are the numbers that they are putting. So this is obviously a good place where AI can be useful. But after that, it is, if you ask me, it is up to the human to make that decision, right? See, this you can actually relate sports a lot to this AI versus human scenarios, right? See, because still now I haven't seen any conclusive scientific study saying that why certain people perform good under pressure or well under pressure, or clutch players as you call it, right? But there is always, but if you ask the commentators, if you ask the coaches, if you ask people around them, if you ask common fans who've been following a particular sport for a few number of years, they'll exactly know which players are like can perform better under pressure, who deliver the biggest moment. See, that exact thing applies to AI and humans also. See, AIs can make decisions that are exactly data driven, but not exactly every decision is data driven, right?
Yeah.
Like say for example, next day, let's say tomorrow morning we wake up and we don't want to do Bruya market anymore, right? I hope that day comes soon. But that decision, AI can't take that decision, right? AI doesn't know, because this is an emotional and logical decision, and this is not just driven by the data, right? Let's assume we are monetized, we are making tons of money, but the fact that AI can't decide, okay, you are making money, your cash flow positive, this business is going great, why do you want to shut down? That is the position that AI will come and stand in. But a human will have a different opinion on the same thing, right? So these are some things I see AI lacking. But obviously, when it comes to the data part, AI can help so much. AI can help so much. Like say, for example, it can. I was reading something about this regarding the fund managers. You've seen fund managers for all these premium things, right?
Yeah.
So there are people are using AI fund managers to to see which stock will perform better. All these things. But as we mentioned in the previous episodes also, so the number of the scenarios that the AI can work on is very limited. It doesn't know exactly what is happening in the market. It doesn't know exactly what the billion other humans will think about. So all those are obviously limitations, right? So AI's knowledge is also limited to the data that you give it, right? Say for example, you run a different company, I run a different company, we both are competitors. If I have an interaction with you or someone from your company, I'll know what you're up to. But an AI can't do that. It can only work with data that I give it, saying that this is all the factors and this is all things. It doesn't know Rakshit, the leader, who to analyze what is going on. At least as of now. Hopefully that doesn't come in the future.
So then again, you're saying that AI will be a good support and not a replacement, right? Like that's what you're saying, like by all these, because again, like I mean, even I'm skeptical as to how can it replace a human CEO, like a person who will take a decision. It can of course support by giving data and everything, but replacement is something that I'm confused about, right?
See, we have to hang this. I have to hang this somewhere in my wall. Only humans can be assholes. So I have to hang this somewhere, because see, AI can't be. See, intentionally
AI can also be assholes, but then like I mean, AI will be like, yeah, because I mean, this is what you asked me. Yeah, intentionally.
So intentionally, humans are the only one who can be intentionally assholes. So I want to hang this somewhere. So if you ask me, I don't think AI will can replace human CEOs exactly, but at some point of time, yeah. See, if you're taking a CEO of a, like say for example, they run 5 factories and their only thing they're focused is on the number of packages that go out every single day. Of course, an AI CEO can help.
Yeah.
Right. So it can obviously find ways to optimize production, can obviously find ways to, to better involve people to give the better output, change the supply chain management, it can do all these things. But when it comes to decision making in, Fortune 500 companies or a company that is, predominantly emotional and intelligence based, as of now, AI can't make a decision. So I think that's a good place to stop. And none of the CEOs can be, don't need to worry about this if some CEO is listening. So don't be worried. At least for the next 5 to 10 years, your job is safe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
If it is not good, don't come and sue us.
No one is going to sue us. We are not that big to get sued. And if someone is, not yet. Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So Rakshit will peacefully sleep the day when someone sues us. Someone sues
I'll be like,
market.
fuck yeah, I've achieved everything in my life.
People are hating you for no reason. So that is the time to know that you made it.
Exactly. I will like, fuck you, everybody. I'm going to go and sleep.
So when, like 5 years ago, when politicians were saying, my admin did this, so people are going to be like, my AI did this. So that trend is going to come very soon.
It wasn't me. It was my AI.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was my AI who made the decision.
Then it would have been crazy, right? If Salman Khan also had a self-driving car, he would have been like, it's not me. It's my self-driving car. I did not go and kill those things.
Okay, we are not talking about Salman Khan and accidents. So I don't want to get cancelled, at least not today. So
okay.
I think this is a good place to stop. So if you want to find us, we are available on Bruya Market on all socials, and Rakshit is available as Rakshit Ravindranathan on LinkedIn, and I am available at shashankasan.com.
Yes,
See you guys soon.
We'll see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.
Hopefully we don't become robots then.